Hey, Cousin Internet, it's Mama's Comedy Show.
Yeah! Hey, Cousin Internet, it's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show, and with me is Cousin Jason.
Hey, everybody!
It's Cousin Andrew.
Hello!
And, poor little broken child.
Hey guys.
It's Cousin Matt.
Hey, glad to be here. Glad
Cousin
to
Matt has some new
clothes. Why is he broken?
Well, let's figure that out. Why are you guys standing back away from the audience? Are you afraid of these people?
We have microphones.
All right, well, don't
afraid.
It's
give them a
musky
lap
up here.
Hi. Matt, what happened to your... for those of you who can't see, Matt is... his
For the
He
blind.
means people in the audience.
or the people listening in their car who can't see.
Got it.
Hopefully no blind people listening in the car while driving.
They could do it with help. I've seen that on shows.
What if the podcast gave them instructions on how to
Go
forward?
So
Turn
what
left.
happened
Ready?
to your arm?
Turn.
You've got your left arm in a sling.
My left arm's in a sling, literally. I went to a roller skating birthday party
Okay.
First mistake.
with my daughter, who is 8.
Okay. How old was the birthday person for the?
I think 8 as well.
Okay.
Did any of them break their arm or anything?
No.
So you don't
No.
skate as well as an 8-year-old.
It's been a few years
Right.
since I've skated.
Matt, were you bullied there? Is that what happened? He's like, hey, get off my ring.
I feel like I'm bullied by my daughter most days.
Yeah.
But
Man.
not that day. No, I was roller skating like you do.
No, that's not how you do it. Where you break your arm.
Well,
That's-
it's a. First of all, I broke my wrist.
Oh,
Leave my
okay.
arm out of it.
which is your
please.
cranking arm?
They're both my cranking arms.
Oh, good for you.
I am a proud American. Thank you very
What
much.
if this whole time he didn't break his wrist, but he's like swaddling and nursing a baby right now?
Oh,
He just didn't want us to know.
Smallest, smelliest
it's a little,
baby
small
ever.
little baby.
No, I fell backwards. I caught myself. One wrist went up. And
You know
then,
what this
I drove
reminds me
home.
of? So for a while, you actually are the owner of a one wheel.
I am the owner of a one wheel and a one wheel injury.
I had a one wheel. I just got rid of it. Do you guys
You
know what a
did?
one wheel is?
It's a device with one wheel. Okay.
Right. It's a one wheel, but it's a motorized device, and it's self balancing, and you ride, and it can
It's
go.
like a Segway.
no,
on
it's
a-
not. Nothing like a Segway.
It's for people who can't afford a car.
It goes up to 19 miles an hour.
This happens if you fall and you're not wearing your elbow pads.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I had it, and Matt was.
I
was
rode
telling.
yours.
I was
It's
telling
fabulous.
Matt when I first got it how excited I was, and how it feels like you're flying. And if you go out like right after, it really was like a great experience.
You're snowboarding.
And Matt, very interestingly enough, said, "Todd, we're old. Like you can't just fall off of a one wheel and be fine. Like
Yeah.
at our age, if you take a fall, it's a bad day.
Yeah, it's game over.
And now look at you,
Yep.
Mr. I'm not going to ride that one wheel because it's dangerous.
When you fell,
I-
were people like concerned?
Did they applaud?
I did. That's a great
Was
question
there
because I
concern?
did. There wasn't.
Wait, was this-
Except for one lady who was maybe a little bit older than me, looked at me like, "Oh."
Was
And I
it
was like, "Fuck."
Was it regular skates or
Yeah.
rollerblades?
No, they were four wheel. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
man.
I was going.
you
man.
weren't inlining it?
I was not inlining it.
Fruit boots?
No. Nope. No, I was not.
All right. Well, it's like
No.
now that we're up to speed with old one arm.
Thank you.
Let's
One arm Willie.
something that we do on our podcast is we get some initials from someone out in the audience, and then we decide what our first segment is going to be. So what's your name? Haley? Cousin Haley.
Cousin
everyone. Haley, that starts with an H. Yeah, I know. Haley, what is your second initial, your last initial? J. So HJ.
HJ.
All right. So we have to come up with a topic
What do you
that
guys
you,
got?
the audience, well, did anyone ever make fun of you growing up for HJ?
They are now.
Oh, we are. Last time I had an HJ, I fell off my skates.
We call it an old fashioned.
The old. We call that boring.
Jason, what
Yeah.
is your HJ offering for the audience?
I'm gonna call that Henry's Jackalope.
Okay, all right. Matt?
What am I committing to with these initials?
So what you're doing is
Before
what
I
our
pick.
first segment is going to be. Let me give you an example.
Thank
The first week was that we were here. BS were our other hilarious initials that we got, and Big Shit was the segment. And basically, we all talked about an embarrassing pooped your pants or almost pooped your pants type of story.
That's
And then what was
fabulous.
last week was gosh, none of you guys were here last week, were you?
Nope.
All right. Well,
Just
yeah.
in spirit.
So, well, but that's the idea. It's what was it? Sleepovers.
Oh, that would have been a good
Yeah,
one.
that's right.
Let's do that one. I'm
No,
just kidding.
it's too late. So it's basically a segment that we're going to talk about something.
HJ. So, okay. Holy Jesuits.
Okay. Matt, Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm Matt too.
Yeah. What is your?
I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna say it because I don't think you're gonna say yours. I don't think you're gonna say it. Hand jobs.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad. And then I'll say, help Jesus.
Okay.
Ah.
All right. So now what's going to happen is we are going to explain what our segment or our potential segment is going to be about, and then you get to vote on which segment we're going to talk about.
Help Jesus.
So what was the name of it? You step forward.
Mine was Henry's Jackalope.
So scream and cheer if you want to hear about Henry's.
I didn't tell them what it's about.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so Henry's Jackalope is, well, we're going to talk about some weird pets we've had in the past, much like Henry once had a jackalope.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Matthew.
What did I say? Oh, hey, Jesuits. Oh, I know. It'll be embarrassing things we've heard said in church.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay.
Mine is
Hand jobs.
Mine is hand jobs, and
Like the dance?
this is such a
Could you
bro
hold your
show.
microphone with two hands when you say this?
We'll say this is a story. We'll talk about memorable hand jobs.
Okay. There's no such
Are
thing.
there
Please, your
How many-
hands are dry.
That's memorable.
What's yours, Todd?
Help Jesus. Help Jesus would be a moment in your life that you either thought you were going to die or had shit, I'm about to meet Jesus.
I got a story. Already.
Well,
for
if
that.
we that gets
get
chosen,
it,
that gets
yeah.
chosen, yeah.
All right. So now is your chance to vote on which segment we will be doing. So step forward and say your name.
My name is Jason.
No, the name of your segment. God damn.
The game is Henry's Jackalope.
Your
Thank
wife.
you, honey.
Your wife
Thank
and
you,
that guy
honey.
that wants to give you a hand job.
Yes.
It looks so
Matt.
good.
Oh, thank you back there.
Hey, Jesuits.
Hey, Jesuits. Holy Jesuits. Yeah.
Holy Jesuits.
No, it still didn't help.
I'm going to say mine as boring as possible because I don't want you to pick it because I don't think it'll be good. Andrew. Whoops.
You're right. That wasn't good.
That was it. Hand jobs. Thank you.
Okay.
What's yours, Todd?
Help, Jesus. Okay.
Yes,
hey,
that's
help
great.
So
All right.
we can't
All
start
right.
this segment without Andrew singing our introduction for Help Jesus.
Oh, boom, ba-dum, ba-boom. If you're out there and you're praying for God and no one answers, he will help Jesus.
All right. Welcome to the Help Jesus segment. Have you, first of all, have any of you don't have to say what it is just yet, but have you had a moment where you thought, I'm going to die?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And
Probably.
probably? You don't know for sure?
Was it when you went roller skating?
Check.
Yeah, I hear you. You're coming through there.
Yeah.
For example, I think it was in my book, Parker and Jesus.
Check.
In my book, Parker and Jesus.
Nice promo.
Thank you.
and Jesus.
You know what? It is my favorite of the books that I've written, and it's got great reviews. But I think the fact that Jesus is a principal character in a comedy book makes people kind of question whether or not they should get it. But in it, the character of Parker has a near-death experience, and he says, "Oh no," and then he reflects on that and is angry that his last words could be "oh no" and not something vaguely racist or more memorable. And I distinctly remember that because there was a moment where I thought I was going to die, and I said out loud, "Oh no."
Oh.
I bet that's most people's last words.
But I don't know if you. I mean, I feel like you would just be more like, "Ah." yeah.
Right.
Like if your plane is going down, you're not gonna go, oh no,
Right.
In an Irish accent.
oh no.
Oh, no, not
I
this way.
guarantee
This
you that
door
has
just
happened.
blew right off.
Oh, is
Is this a Boeing? What is it?
So let's go around. Jason, what is your near-death experience story?
I had a near-death experience probably when I was like 3. I was out at a family friend's house, and they lived on the second story. And I thought it would be a lot of fun to crawl through the bars and hang from the second story balcony on the outside of the bars. And
How old were you?
I was like 3 or 4, maybe.
This was yesterday.
I was still living in Puerto Rico, so that was like I don't have a lot of memories from back then. And my
When I went to Puerto Rico, tons of hanging babies. Babies were hanging off of everything.
and my buddy was like egging me on. He's like, "Yay!" And then his mom came running out, and when she came out and was screaming, that's when I realized I'm about to die.
Yeah.
And that's like one of my first vivid memories.
Have you ever had the thought like maybe you did die and this is all just like an illusion, like that final
That would
moment of your life?
explain so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your wife is literally just as a baby, someone you saw in a grocery store.
I
and
could
you're-
not score her in regular life.
Oh, that's
for
how I
sure.
know you're
yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
I don't know that I have a specific one. I mean,
Roller skating, maybe?
Yeah, was it that?
that one, no, not as close to death as I think you'd want for this podcast. All I can think of are times where I've seen the headlights of other cars way, way too close to my face, but nothing
Right.
specific.
Are you a deer?
But keep talking.
He is a deer. Look at him.
I am a
Aw,
deer.
you're a deer man.
Thank you. Come back to me. I'll think of something when
Okay.
Andrew tells his story.
While Andrew's telling his story, Jason, could you choke Matt out?
Yeah, sure.
So it's not so much a near death, but I treated it like it was going to be. I was going to die. I was like 5 or 6, and
So you like upgraded your experience?
yeah. So I was 5 or 6, and it was flu. It was when you go into kindergarten, everyone's supposed to get like a flu shot, right? So like
This is Florida. What are you talking
So
about?
Bill Gates could put microchips in you?
I was, yeah, they tried. But so like, I'm going in and I'm freaking out about it. My friend said, "Oh, I got it done to me." I'm like, really? He's like, "Yeah, but they used the RoboCop gun." And I'm like, "What? What is?" I'm like, "Really?" You're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm going to ask for that."
You were 5 and you knew about RoboCop?
Yes. I watched a lot of movies.
I feel like that's
bad. I
that's
know.
not great.
I know it's not, but
Okay.
boy, oh boy, we had HBO. Anyway.
Hold on. Let's survey the audience. How many people have seen RoboCop?
Yeah.
Okay,
Those are
like
true.
a handful.
Yes.
Only
That's
one
most
woman.
Wait,
people.
the
rose her
remake or
hand.
the original?
Oh,
Original.
okay,
That's the
good,
one
good.
to see.
yeah.
So like, we end up like going there, and I'm like telling my mom, I'm like, "Mom, so I'm getting the RoboCop gun, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "We're going in," and they sit me down. And I'm like, "All right." And the nurse comes in. I'm like, "So I'm getting the RoboCop gun, right?" She's like, what? And she turns away, and she turns back with a syringe. And I go, "Whoa, what's that? Where's the RoboCop gun?" She's like, "It's okay." I was like, No. So I get down, and I'm barefoot, and I'm plopping, running around. And it takes like 2 other like techs to try to grab me and hold me down. And as I'm like struggling, my mom's like, "It's okay." I'm like, No. And I literally said, baby Jesus, the sons of bitches lied to me." My mom always tells that story, and because baby Jesus was the person,
Right.
you do you want to upset baby Jesus?
But a baby Jesus isn't really going to put up much of a fight.
No. When
was an
they're-
Asian
the
baby.
fresher the Jesus, the more powerful the Jesus.
I had the power of Jesus in this little
baby
Asian
Jesus.
body. No, my near-death
Baby
experience, I walked shirtless down International in Daytona.
Ooh.
They're like, "Yay, you're not white."
Hey, who's she?
No.
And why is she roller skating?
So I was doing a show at an Equity Theater in
Show off.
Jacksonville. And this will tell you how long ago it was. The show was The Sound of Music,
Oh.
and I was Rolf, right?
So it was 1948.
Yes.
So this was like 4 years ago. So I was actually, because you do, if you don't know, like in a lot of these theaters, you do 6 days a week, and then you have one dark day. But we were doing 9 shows in those 6 days.
Oof.
And we were in between shows on a day, and I had an understudy, but he never got to go on for me. This was almost that time where he did. I was with my understudy. We went to a laser tag place to play laser tag.
Fun.
Yeah, it was great. We had a lot of fun. As we were leaving, I was in a little Geo Metro. That was my car, right? Yeah.
That was the near-death experience.
No.
Hot car. Hot
So
car.
I'm driving, and this like beautiful Mustang just like we're there. So I'm leaving the place, and there's like a little road that leads to a traffic light, right? So the little Mustang just passes by me, and then another Mustang just and leapfrogs us. And so I'm like, all right, let's play in my little Geo Metro. So I go, and I actually beat them to the light.
Oh.
All right. Well, these Mustang owners
Because they did not hit the gas.
they were not happy about the fact that a Geo Metro just passed them.
I'm the coolest guy.
So
Wait. Now, did you like look over at them when you pull? Or
I
were
did
you like,
nothing.
I'm just commuting to work. This
I
is
did
just
nothing.
the speed I commute to work.
In my head, the first guy leapfrogged us, and then the second guy leapfrogged us. So I'm like, we're playing a game.
Oh no.
So I do leapfrog. As soon as that light turns green, these guys start both like riding my ass, riding alongside me, telling me to pull over. And I'm doing this. I'm the worst person because I think everything is funny.
What's wrong, Todd? Chicken?
So nobody calls
Back to the Future.
So I do this. The guy's like going, pull over. And I did one of these, like that, and I blew him a kiss, and which might
did?
I'm glad it was a kiss.
irritated him. But then they literally like, I'm in a metro, right? Do you guys know it? Have you ever been in a Geo Metro? It is. It's like a roller skate.
It
So
is.
I can weave in and out of traffic, right? So I'm like, I'm leaving these guys like 13 cars behind.
Oh, no.
And my understudy, who was sitting, he was riding shotgun. He's already scared. And I see like, I'm weaving in and out of traffic. I look in the rearview mirror, and I see these Mustangs on both shoulders of the road.
Oh man.
Passing everyone.
Oh, no.
And then they come up right behind me. And now I start to get that little bit of a sweat, like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
I might get my ass beat today. and so there's a light up ahead, and I start gunning it. Like because the light is changing yellow. So I'm like, I'm gunning it. These guys start gunning it. And then I did the move at the last minute.
You hit the brakes.
I braked. They slid past me through the intersection, and then I turned down a side street.
And they ran into a manure, and manure came down.
And then I went. A friend of mine, lives in this neighborhood, and it's like a wild neighborhood with all these cul-de-sacs and like turns. I was like, I'll lose them in here. As I'm turning in, this kid's name was Nathan. He's having like a full-on panic attack.
Sure.
Right? And I'm just like weaving around. And I'm like, you know what? I never really did remember my way around this neighborhood. And so I turned down a street, and it's a dead end. It's a cul-de-sac.
Oh.
And so I go to turn around, and both Mustangs pull and they block the exit.
Oh my
right?
God.
Nathan next to me unbuckles his seatbelt because he's going to run into someone's home. He's just going to run into a stranger's
Oh my
home.
God.
This is so far a good plan on Nathan's part. I would have done the same thing.
I gun it. These guys seriously underestimated how little I cared about my car. And they were already out of their car, like coming towards me. I shot past them, squeezed right between their cars, and then, dude, this was before Tokyo Drift was a thing, right? I slide around the corner, and as I'm doing that, two wheels start to pick up off the ground, and that was my moment of, are these guys still going to beat my ass when they have to pull me out of my car that rolled over 5 or 6 times? But I didn't roll over, and I got away. But then I went back to the theater, and I was laughing about it, and our director was like, maybe don't do that with your understudy in the car?
This is the worst hand job story I've heard.
When did Nathan give you the hand job?
While I was driving.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, you're doing so great, Todd. You're doing so good.
It was a stick shift. Do you guys drive manual? Have you ever driven a manual?
Yeah, I did for a lot of years. I had a manual.
He
car.
can't now.
I
though.
loved it.
Yeah.
In Puerto
it'd
Rico,
be
you knew a
very
manual,
difficult.
didn't you?
I did, yeah.
My personal assistant drives a stick shift.
Yeah.
And anytime I take her car, I'm like, oh yeah, it is kind of fun for a second. And then I went, yeah, but eating.
Yeah, you cannot.
Oh, eating. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
How do you eat Taco Bell and stick shift?
You have someone else.
Yeah.
I did it. I don't know.
You have
I don't
someone else
remember.
stick shift, or
You have
someone
someone else
feed you?
eat.
You
All
have
right.
someone else
You have
eat
someone
for
else
you?
eating
Yeah,
for you.
Please eat my Taco Bell while I
For
drive.
me.
Right.
This is great.
So that is the end of.
Oh.
Hey, help, Jesus.
Help.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. When you
Hey.
have no God and you pray to no one, brrr, help Jesus.
All right. And now it's time for our final segment of the podcast is a would you rather question.
Oh.
For those
Would
of you who don't
you
know
rather?
the history of this, we did an episode of our podcast years ago that was just the worst would you rather questions that I could find. And they were all terrible. So now I found some fun ones.
Okay.
And we end each episode by asking last week's, by the way, because none of you guys were here.
Yeah. Okay.
Last week's would you rather was, would you rather have a vagina on your forehead or a line of penises down your spine like a stegosaurus?
Oh my God.
Only Ed wanted the penis back.
I'll go with the penis. I'd go with
Wow.
the penises too.
No, I said that if I had a vagina on my forehead, it would up my magic game because I start producing silks like scarf after scarf coming out of it.
And you'd come a little.
So here's our would you rather for today. And really, I want you to put a lot of thought into
Oh,
this.
Lord.
Okay.
Would you rather change genders every time you sneeze or or never know the difference between a baby and a muffin?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean,
So
Yeah.
would you rather change genders every time you sneeze or not know the difference between a baby and a muffin?
I mean, you can get in trouble with both of those.
One is
really.
Ranma, isn't
There's-
it? Isn't that Ranma, the anime?
which,
Yeah.
what genders are available?
Yeah, which genders?
All genders.
All
gen-
three
okay.
genders are
Yes.
available.
So you just
Wow.
You just constantly
All right.
switch.
Yeah, if you sneeze.
If you sneeze.
Yeah, it's sneezing triggers it.
Oh,
but
my
then,
wife would be
but then I could
running,
just take Claritin and potentially never sneeze again.
and then somebody comes at you with a little feather and goes,
I mean,
Yeah.
potentially.
Or you pluck a nose hair or
yeah.
I mean, I think it would really. I mean, if you're in the dating pool, that makes things easier. We would call that dynamic dating.
You'd be in the dating ocean. The
yeah,
world
but
is
the weird
yours.
thing would be is if you are in your male gender and you are giving it to a girl, or you're the female gender and you're getting it given from.
Yeah.
Good. I love these verbs. Keep going.
And then you sneeze.
Yeah.
Then you're just gonna.
How often do you sneeze?
Well, wait a minute. Well,
If
what if there's a wiener in you? You turn to a guy. Does that wiener just get snapped off?
Yep, like a portal.
It's just
disappears.
gone.
Ooh, it'd be
Yeah,
great if
like
it just
portal-
fell
like
off.
gone.
It stays there.
It's inside of you.
It
Oh,
just
just go,
stays. But then wait. But then it comes back out. when you
That
turn.
used to be a thing when I was a kid that we would say. We were like, dude, that girl is so hot. Like, I would cut it off and leave it inside her just so I could say that's where it is.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
That's
dude?
fucked up. Yeah, man.
You
That's
guys don't know that expression?
I feel
No,
like
man.
I need
I don't
therapy
sneeze as
after
much
that.
as you do. I don't know.
Oh, you
That's
like that my dick
ridiculous.
is inside of you and not a part of me anymore? Oh, this is great.
Man, you ever
So-
had major surgery
Okay,
on
okay.
a genital part? Yeah, that's what I want.
All right, so if I go up and I see a delicious blueberry muffin,
Yeah.
potentially that's a baby.
Could be.
could be
You
a
just can't
baby.
tell the difference.
But like not at all. Like even if someone's
No, you
like,
can't tell the difference. I mean, you can tell the difference by taste, I guess.
well, then you would sit there by taste.
But then wait a minute. But then you just eat like a little bit of a baby, maybe.
Oh yeah. Does it like just an ear come off? You're like, oh, I love this blueberry.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it like one of those like, oh, look at those little
Well-
toes? I can just.
Oh my
so
God.
let me tell you, I would choose the changing gender
yeah.
because I know how to make myself sneeze.
Oh, it's so like you'd be like, ah, choose. Somebody goes, God bless you. What the hell?
Yeah,
So you
no,
become Toadette.
if I need to be whichever gender I need to be.
Especially if he's racing a
So
Mustang.
if you were to sneeze now, you'd become a woman.
Right. And then if I sneeze, I'd turn back into a man.
Do you-
That's because here's the thing.
Okay.
If I can just sneeze and change genders, I know how to rectify that. I can't pick up a delicious blueberry muffin and take a bite and
Yeah.
then hear a family screaming I can't undo a dead baby.
You've never lived, Todd. You've never lived.
Do you think that if you would have sneezed while you were being chased by the Mustang Bros,
They wouldn't know who it was.
right? But do you
boys.
think they would have let you go? They'd have been like, oh, it's just this girl with
If you give us a hand
allergies."
job.
If you,
Okay, wait. I have a question though. If you change gender, does that mean your sexuality changes? So just because I'm a guy, does that mean I suddenly want to be with a girl or vice
No,
versa?
it's still your brain.
It's
You
still
just
your brain.
choose
It's still
your
your brain.
Also,
Okay.
important question. What kind of muffins?
Any muffin.
any
Any
muffin.
Any
muffin.
muffin? Like the most desirable muffin?
Whatever muffin. Any
mean
muffin you
banana
see
nut?
could
Any
potentially be a baby.
You'd have to watch to see if other people were.
Well,
what if
well-
they were all eating babies?
Oh God, yeah. What if you're screaming when you're seeing people eating muffins? Like,
Oh.
they're monsters too.
And then you see like
All
moms
right.
carrying.
I'll tell you that. Yeah,
That'll
for
get you kicked
real,
out of Starbucks.
The sneeze gender thing is just safer. It's
Yeah.
a safer bet.
I think,
I think
the
it's
baby.
safer too, but as a dad, I don't know that I could. The possibility of even eating a baby sounds horrible.
If I knew
Yeah.
that was a problem, I don't think I'm going with the baby thing because I think I'd
You
be
just would
okay
never
not
eat a
eating a
muffin
muffin.
again?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. There's a loophole.
You just
found
not
it.
eat muffins.
For
I would
five-
just not.
for-
I don't
for-
remember the last time I ate a muffin.
For $500, Jason, would you fuck a muffin?
yes.
That's fucked up.
Wait,
That's fucked up,
I just
Jason.
said I wouldn't eat it. Wait, this is terrible.
That's fucked up, Jason. You're
Gender, I'm
sick.
going with
You're
gender.
a sick fuck.
Todd,
I
You're
am
a
calling
sick
the police.
bastard.
I just
You're a
Todd-
sicko.
I am.
Officers, I don't see what the problem is.
It's
You're a sicko.
Wait, take,
You can change-
take the muffin off.
You can change the saying from "I'd cut it off and leave it inside her" to
no,
"Man,
no.
that chick is so hot, I'd sneeze for her."
Right, yeah.
All right, now let's poll the audience.
You make me sneeze so,
So,
hard.
audience, if you would rather sneeze to change genders or change genders every time you sneeze, make some noise now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Or if you would rather not know the difference between a baby and a muffin.
Wow. Look at.
Wow, we got
Yeah.
claps for that one.
Yeah. You don't eat babies or muffins? Well, that's good. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, every once in a while you walk by a table and you see a muffin
Yeah.
and it looks pretty good.
It's a whole new meaning to muffin top.
I mean, you'd have parents just giving you the eyes. You're like, I'm not gonna eat it, but that's nice.
I feel like if
You sick fuck.
if you told people ahead of time, like,
Still got trouble. That's true.
like, hey, I don't know the difference between babies and muffins. Do you have any babies in your house?
the
Like,
hell's wrong
they
with
might
you?
just be like, don't come over anyway.
Yeah.
Like, that's a weird thing. But I feel the same. If you just sneezed in front of them and all of a sudden had titties,
Yeah.
they would go, hey, get out of my house.
Can you imagine you go to someone's house and they're bringing their pets and here's my babies. You're like, dragging some muffins on the ground.
All right. Well, we should wrap this up because we do have people coming in and we have a show.
And Jason's
in just
got to
a
fuck
little bit.
muffins.
Jason.
You said $500.
He can't be bought.
Jason.
Yeah.
What did you learn today?
I learned that Todd is willing for the Sound of Music to just go to shit because both you and the understudy could easily get killed by some Mustang Bros. That's what I've learned about you today.
Yeah. But I never gave up.
True.
Matt, what did you learn tonight?
To wear wrist braces when I go roller skating.
Andrew, what did you learn?
I learned that Jason is a sick fuck. You fucking sicko. You make me sick.
Can I get both? Can I have both?
You monster.
Achoo, this muffin's so good. Achoo.
And I learned that maybe not leaving your penis inside of anybody is not good.
Yeah.
Or romantic.
Don't pickle your
Todd,
penis.
where's your penis?
Yeah, oh, it's living the dream.
Where's your
Did you leave it
penis?
inside somebody again?
All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. Thank you guys for coming out. Jason, where can people find you?
People can find me on Acting Jason on Instagram and the Facebooks.
Matt, where can people find you?
I'm usually at home during the day.
Yeah, so we'll post
There
his
you are.
address in the
Yeah.
the note the
I
description
don't
of the
remember.
show. Andrew, where can people find you?
You can find me streaming video games on twitch.tv Omnigun, OMNIGUNN. If you have Amazon Prime, subscribe to me for free, and I get money for free.
Do you really?
Yeah.
How do I do? You'll show me because I'll subscribe to you.
Oh!
I was subscribed to you on Twitch.
You are?
Yeah.
you could then subscribe with Amazon, and costs you nothing because
Right.
you always get a free one from Amazon Prime.
Right.
And I get like $2 or $3.
All right, so I get like a buck biddy.
I don't give you
You
money.
get a buck biddy.
No, that's not how it works. That's
All
how it works.
Because I can subscribe to anyone. It doesn't matter to me.
No.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Todders or any of the socials. Find my books on Amazon. Todd Farron. Just look for me.
You didn't tell us what we learned. What you learned.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, they're leaving your penis inside of
Oh
anybody.
yes, that's correct. Yes.
is horrific.
That's terrible.
So just find my books. They're doing pretty good. If you want to read that Parker and Jesus one, it's my favorite. I think it's funny. All right, that's it. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.